Hey everyone, my name is Ryan, also known as Kill a Phantom over on YouTube. Kind of just want to give a quick intro of the podcast here for anyone new that might be listening. Essentially, the What Is Going On podcast is a mix of RP and getting to know the people behind the characters from that RP. This is all from like GTARP, where we all who are on the podcast play in a server called OCRP. So if you're interested in just hearing what the idea is about, want to give it a chance, I suggest to give it a listen. As you go along, you'll get the general premise, and as you get to the other character portion where we talk as ourselves, you can hear some insight on RP in general and that sort of thing. So, thanks for clicking on the podcast, and I hope you enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome on in to episode 5 of the What Is Going On podcast. Lawsuit pending from Chuck Livingston because he's upset about that and thinks that it sounds like what he says. Today's episode's gonna be really good. I got my dad with me, Larry Barry.
Hey there, kiddo. How's it going?
It's going well. And I got the person that he married, then got divorced from, and now he's kind of back together with, but sometimes not back together with, and sometimes she's with Chuck, and sometimes she's not with Chuck, with Margie Gardner.
Oh, hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm doing good. I promise not to bring up bricks during this. Unless it's a
I
question.
greatly appreciate that.
Unless it's a
Yeah.
question. I cannot
Alright,
help what
that's
the
fine.
audience wants to ask. But we're going to start the bat with you two. The people want to know, how did the two of you meet?
Oh, boy, that's a long story. We met a long time ago, didn't we there, honey?
It's been, 20, 30 years? I can't count.
Yeah, something like that. We met actually back in college there. We met, I was a awesome athlete, just pure athletics. And I was just running laps around the forum there. And I see this lovely blonde just standing there. She drops her books, and the gentleman in me had to come out, and I had to run over there, help pick up all of her books. It really was a cute, moment. And then, we just went from there.
All right, so I'm just gonna interject here, Lawrence. That is incorrect. We were just sitting in the quad. He looked over and he just absolutely fell over. He was done for immediately, and I took pity on him.
I didn't fall over.
He
I
fell
just
over.
barely
Don't let him
tripped.
lie. He tripped.
Oh, he tripped over? That's
Yeah, he did.
crazy. Follow-up question, just from people who are curious. Since that moment, let's just talk about like the modifications done. What was the starting part, and then now where are we at?
Well,
Modifications?
Yeah, this
I
is
think he's
asked
talking
by
about,
potentially this was asked by a person that lives by me.
well, I mean, do you mind if I answer that one there, or at least to start off there, Margie?
I mean, sure.
100% boobs. We started with
Oh
the
my God.
boobs.
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
Oh,
I
okay.
love you,
Start at
Margie,
the
but
top.
yeah, exactly. We started at the top, and then, just over time, just slowly worked the way down. I'm pretty sure she has a plastic pinky toe, if I'm correct. Don't you,
Oh
Margie?
yeah. The one on the left is entirely plastic. Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Oh well, sweetheart, I gotta keep looking good. I gotta keep looking fit.
But who's seeing that pinky toe?
I am. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
You gotta love yourself, Wilmer, before anybody else can love you.
All right. Let's calm down. We're just gonna keep things civil with the next question. It's for Wilmer. What's the deal with bricks and your parent desire to introduce one to Margie's face?
Oh good.
That one's asked by Nemo. So I just want to bring somebody up with the brick thing. I'm not the one that actually started it. Somebody wrote it in their will when they faked their death. So really, this isn't my fault, okay? This was when my dad thought you were a demon, and he told me in the will to brick you in the face.
Oh, good. Okay, so Lawrence, we're definitely gonna have a conversation about that.
Look,
Like,
it was a prank war. I'm sorry, it went too far. And we weren't exactly on good terms at that moment.
I mean, I will concede that is fine. That is absolutely, behind us. But, thank God I have drafted a new will and you are going to sign it if
Wait,
it's the
what?
last thing you do.
Oh, also,
What?
I would abandon the brick thing, but I've placed a break in case of brick emergency at several of the locations I'm usually at, including this yacht.
Well, honestly, you never know when you're going to need it.
Well, exactly. You don't know. I might need it for you in case my dad dies again, or I might need it for like a zombie, or aliens, or there's cannibals once I dealt with, or another stalker type
Sorry?
situation. What?
Oh my
Which
God.
part? I've
Hey,
dealt with a
listen,
lot of
Margie.
things.
All of it.
All of that's possible here.
Yeah, it's all possible. All right, Dad, this one's for you. Why do you hate the word moist? That one's from
Oh
Sir
God.
Nichols.
Oh, what a horrible word. I don't know. It's the way it comes out. There's something
Moist.
about that. Oh, please, Margie. Oh, my ears. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people hate certain words. It's like it hurts your brain or something. I wish there was a good explanation, but it's just the way it sounds. I'm just like, oh, no. Please don't say that.
Okay, well, there's a
Say what,
follow.
moist?
Yeah, well, oh gosh, I
Oh,
said it
please,
again.
no.
There's a follow up to that question from Florence. She says I'm moist. What does
Oh,
that
Oh,
mean?
good.
oh, I'm about to be the M word here when I jump overboard. Oh God, that's such a horrible,
Well,
horrible
And you give me a
visual.
hard time for talking to
what does she
shovels. And
mean?
Who knows what that lady means? I mean, she's crazy. She's absolutely
getting old
crazy.
ladies moist, Lawrence?
Well, I mean,
She writes in all the time about it.
I can't help my machismo here, but I not
Machismo,
intentionally.
okay.
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally. That's good. Okay, Margie, how do you put up with my dad?
Oh, sweetheart, it takes a lot of vodka. I actually ran into the shaman. He's gonna be supplying me a few things to help me deal with all
You
of
stay
this.
away from that nut job, Margie.
It's
He
not a
has
nut
so many
job.
things that I want, Lawrence.
Any guy who walks around the desert in his underwear, you shouldn't be trusted.
He led me up a mountain in his underwear.
Oh, good.
Well, I mean,
Well, you wander around the yacht in
I
your
just,
underwear.
but that's on my yacht here. I mean, I'm not running around in the desert on a drug trip. I mean, this guy's crazy.
Okay, so do you want to? Is that what you're talking about? Are you jealous of him?
He showed me the enlightenment.
Oh my God,
Enlightenment.
fantastic!
Yeah.
How's that going for you there,
Congratulations and
Wilmer?
mazel tov.
Oh, it's going great. I'm at war with the Pallet King. It's hard out here being the protector of pallets. Pallet Papa, Little Bill, God bless his soul, still stuck in other parts of the world.
Oh my God, still?
I hope he's okay.
Bless him.
Margie, did you send any money to him?
Oh yeah, I'll wire him whatever he wants.
He's a
right.
millionaire. Why are you sending him money?
Well, in case he
Margie
needs
likes
it.
to send care packages.
I
Okay.
care for you boys,
Well, don't
regardless
send
of what you think.
those candy bars. We discussed this.
What? No, why do you not like my chocolate bars?
Cause you buy the knockoff kind. You gotta buy the real
I don't
kinds.
though.
You
It
buy
is the real kinds. I'm just telling you what's in it instead
no.
of what the name is.
You just buy like whatever's popular out there. You probably buy those Mr. Beast
Okay,
candy bars.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of right
Who is
there
that?
with you, Wilma. Just don't say anything.
What is
You
that?
want a Snickers? I will get you a Snickers later.
Well,
Okay.
that's what I would listen. I would sell
Listen.
my dad to the police for a Snickers bar.
What?
You wouldn't.
It was just a good joke. I would never do that. All right, this one's for me and my dad. When did you first have the instinct that Larry was your dad? And Larry, when did it click for you? Do you also have a secret love of pallets and pocket sandwiches? Hot dog's not a sandwich, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. It's a pocket dog, not a pocket sandwich.
Well, I'll let you take the first part of that.
Okay, well, I think we always knew, which is why we were drawn to you. You made us famous, so only our dad could do that. You made us serial killers, and that was really the highlight of our lives. And then we took your car of a cargo bob and put it on a roof.
I will say this. You boys annoyed the holy living hell out of me in the beginning. But I sit down and I thought about it and I was like, they would do what I was doing when I was younger, almost, exactly. And then I think it was after, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was after you ticked off that serial killer guy.
Yes.
That I got to looking into things and then it dawned on me and I'm sorry, Margie, this is a sensitive subject. But when I made that unfortunate decision 35 years ago,
Oh my God.
I was like, wait, maybe these boys are mine. So, unbeknownst to you there, Wilma, I actually secretly plucked a hair off of you and Bill and
You
had
got a
it.
Dana test?
I did. I got a Dana test and it came back. So, it was time for the old bear dog to step up to his responsibilities and accept you boys as my own.
It came back. Where did it go?
It's got to go to a lab, Margie.
Yeah, it's a good
all right.
question. I didn't know either. Yeah, after you became our dad, me and little Bill hit puberty and our voices changed.
That is a factual statement.
Yeah, it's so much. But now, do you have a love of pallets and pocket dogs?
Well, pallets, not exactly, but I don't judge you boys for your hobby there.
It's a
Pocket
lifestyle.
dogs. I'm accustomed to putting different foods into my pockets, but I gotta admit, I've grown to actually like your style of cooking a hot dog, in your pockets. It's actually pretty good.
Your body's the perfect thing to cook the meat. And you don't have to. It's free energy.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, I don't have as many pockets as you, but I've got one or two, stashed.
That's good.
You're not putting pudding in them
should.
anymore, are you?
No, Margie.
Okay, because we talked about the pudding.
Oh God, don't do that. Chuck puts beans in his pockets, and that's just disgusting.
So
it gets everywhere.
I'm trying to get Loris to stop putting the pudding in there.
I wonder why that's why Chuck's jeans shorts are so dirty. You notice that?
Well, it could be blood
From the beans?
or mud from when he's crawling in the mud. It also possibly could be feces.
Oh my God.
We can't confirm that, but have you ever smelled his shorts?
I have tried not to. No.
Yeah, we probably.
One time, yeah.
So I don't even know. I don't know if he takes a bath. I think when he goes into the water, that's a bath. When he's messing with his boats, which, by the way, he is really. I upset him, I think, on this podcast before here.
Oh, I think so.
Because I said
What did you do?
Because I said he doesn't ever have boats, or it was either on here or
good.
recently, just around town. Just because he keeps calling himself boat boy, but he never had a boat. He had vans, he had cars that would spin, he'd have backs, but he never had boats anymore.
Well, you're getting him halfway there because now he's got boats, but do you ever see him in the water?
No, he's driving around them on cars. Well, he did have a bunch of tugboats stacked on top of each other recently. That was impressive.
There was an odd installation, yeah.
But like, he doesn't even have the biggest boat out here because you own the yacht, not him.
Yep. Although I never moved this dang yacht. I've got 2 spots that I like to hang out in. That's pretty much it. I'm a creature of habit.
Just sailed up the way to get it into the Alamo Sea.
I don't think I could get this up the river there to get it into the Alamo Sea. I'd love to. Don't get me wrong, but physics.
Well, yeah, we tried to take a tugboat recently up there, and it did not go well.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. That was an interesting ride.
It was quite the excursion. Yeah.
It was not great. So, Margie, you take so much crap from me. Why? Do you ever get tired of me teasing you?
Well, well, to be completely honest, there's sometimes, yeah, but really, ultimately, all I've ever wanted was a family, and you're Lawrence's boy, so of course that makes you my boy.
I feel like I've been nicer since I almost died in that terrible car crash caused by a man that held my cousin hostage and was doing terrible things to him. I assume I never actually got the police report. I have no idea what happened.
No, it's been a lot better. I can definitely see a marked improvement, Wilmer.
Near-death experiences, whether real or being faked for hilarity purposes, will do that to you.
Okay, Okay.
No,
what? You cannot
do that.
You're gonna piss some people off saying that. Don't just say that.
Everybody, do not fake your death, especially on April Fool's Day or the eve of.
Well,
Disclaimer from
that's
Larry
also
Berry.
true, because then my fiance will kick your ass over and over and over and over
Oh
again.
yeah, she had a shovel.
Oh my God, I couldn't breathe out of my nose for 2 weeks. Yo, props, Bryce. Props.
And then you probably broke Wyatt to the point where he got blown by his dad, forgot who he was, and then was able to get kidnapped by a stalker.
I also will take full responsibility. I should have never put it in Morty's head that he could adopt a kid.
It's true.
So you're responsible for what happened to Wyatt ultimately?
I will say it.
I can't believe you, Lawrence.
Well, up to
It's
his
up
dad
first.
blowing him. Up until Morty blowing Wyatt.
Well, yeah, but if Lawrence hadn't given him the idea, then you know Mortimer wouldn't have blown him.
Up. Yeah. It sounds weird when you say it.
Oh.
Well, I'm just putting that out here on your fine radio talkie thing that we're doing right now, Wilma.
It's a
I am
podcast.
sorry, Wyatt. Okay, somebody explain to me, what the hell is a podcast? We're not sitting in a pod. We're on a yacht.
That's actually a good...
No, but we're cast.
Well, but we're cast. But what is the pod? Because I could get like a production cast or like a prodcast would make sense. Are they just forgetting the R?
I
don't
don't know.
How to spell?
I've never understood it. So it's a radio talkie to me.
Maybe because we're like a pod of people in a cast talking.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it makes more sense if it would be a couch cast, because we're on a couch right now and we're casting.
A casting couch?
No, absolutely not.
We're on the casting couch. I'm on the casting couch with my
sweetheart.
dad and stepmom.
Sweetheart. Oh my God, no, you don't want to do that.
The show's going to be famous one day. I'm proud of you for
Yeah,
that.
we could film this. Would people watch this, Margie? A casting couch?
I love you, Wilma.
Okay, that I feel like that's what they would say in the casting couch. All right.
Oh my
Anyways, for Dad and Margie, explain the bear dog bear cat thing.
Well, okay, with the bear dog, I don't want to go into too much because I'm putting out a documentary there, Wilma.
Yeah, he's putting out a documentary.
But I will
that
say
goes
this.
into a later question too, so that's good.
I will say this about the bear dog without giving too much there away. There was a creature, it is now extinct, that was half bear, half dog. It was an apex predator. It started out as my spirit animal and has slowly become my identity. I am an apex predator in everything that I do.
Yeah, right.
Thus, the bear dog.
That sounds
Are
fake,
you?
Lawrence, but
Because
okay.
you're... So Apex Predator got the shit kicked out of him by a shovel in a cemetery?
Life is not about always winning, Wilma. It's just surviving. And that's what bear dogs do.
But you just said you was an apex predator. Apex predators don't
I
just
am an
survive,
apex
they
predator.
thrive.
I am an apex survivor.
Okay, this is really...
I'm an apex.
So Survivor. So does that mean you're going to do CNT Survivor again?
Oh, God, no, absolutely not. That will never come back to the Me Tubes at all.
Oh, I should not be
thank
talking
God.
about this. Deputy Beer for say listens to this.
Oh no, that is not.
Hold on.
Beardbud
Is that-
listens?
Is that moron around here somewhere? Get off my yacht!
Oh, he might be. He might be on the docks behind us. I have no idea. The man's obsessed with me.
That's
By the way, if you
unfortunate.
hear a helicopter, I gotta get up and go shoo it away. Air One comes
Yeah.
out here a lot.
They do, man. I understand. It's crazy out in here. All right, for me, what is going on between you and Chuck? What does that mean?
Is there something going on between you?
I don't know. Why are some people
I mean,
asking this?
It's okay.
He did.
Look, Margie and I are very progressive despite our age. I mean, we
Oh,
accept
absolutely.
you
I mean,
regardless.
Occasionally, there's things going on between me and Charles. It
He
happens. It just
did.
depends on the day.
He asked me to go get some rails with him.
Oh yeah.
He said I
I
couldn't
would-
bring brass though.
I'd be a little careful of the rails, though, Wilma. I think he spikes them.
I don't really like
supposed to
them.
go on Tuesday.
I don't eat them.
Well, you're not supposed to eat them. You crush them up and snort
But
them.
it's
That's what the box
cereal.
says.
What's the point of doing that?
Well, that's
Don't
what the
hurt,
box
Lawrence.
says. It's right there. It's on the directions. It's the only cereal you could snort.
I don't think that's cereal. I think you guys are just doing drugs.
Oh, good.
I could have told you that. Don't you
Oh,
ever watch my
good.
Well,
news
why
reports,
didn't you,
Wilma?
Lawrence?
Well, how did you not shut down that cereal company? Why are they still being made?
Who knows? I think Chuck got a piece of it, and he's still producing it. I don't know.
So he's supplying himself with rails?
He's his
Of
own
course he is.
supplier. He also probably has made them worse.
Oh yeah. No. Have you ever been down in that basement that does not exist?
I
There's a
don't.
basement that doesn't
No,
exist?
there's no basement at my neighbor Chuck Livingston's residence. I would like to confirm this on the podcast because I'm already facing legal issues from his lawyer, Jimmy Carroll, and my lawyer, Jimmy Carroll, will have to respond to him soon enough about this. But there is no basement.
Absolutely, there's no basement exist. But when you
I've
go
been to
down
his
there, have
house
you
so
seen all
many
the chemicals
times.
on the shelves and everything? He's doing something.
Oh, he's doing something down in the not basement. Just so we're clear, Mr. Carroll. My lawyer, Mr. Carroll, will be in touch soon enough. Pop
Do
Up
you have the
actually.
same lawyer?
Yeah, well, Pop Up really thinks I think he actually forgets he's our other lawyer, so he just talks to himself half the time.
That's got to be
Well, right
awkward
there.
filing briefs and everything else. You basically just signing your name
Well,
over to yourself.
you would think that would be really fast, but he still takes like 2 to 3 business days each time.
That's because
Well,
he's
yeah,
always
he's trying-
busy with that crazy woman running around town and everything else.
Oh, because you're like part of their throuple?
No, I try to stay
I know
very
it.
far away from them.
Yeah, because she's always talking about that. She's got thruples, quadruples, and they're trying to get all the old people are involved. So I guess you fit in.
No. But speaking of old people, next year we're having Senior Con again. We just have to
Oh.
find a new venue.
Oh, Senior Con. Where could you have it? A yacht, maybe?
Maybe on a yacht. Yes. But Wilmer, you're not old enough to be invited.
Oh, that's okay. Well, then, probably.
You know what? We'll get you a fake ID, sweetheart.
Well, your friend might show up. The moist one.
Oh God. I'm gonna have to get security. We know any 65-year-old security?
Oh, your friend Denny
guards?
might be old enough. I don't know.
Wait. No, there's that guy from Group Sex. I just did a news report on him. What was his name? Margie, you remember that?
I can't. I stole a car from. I mean, I towed a car from him once.
I don't know, but he's a freaking American hero. I just can't remember his name.
He's a nut job. He tried to arrest me before.
I watched
what
him
did you do?
tase a nut job over 12 times.
Oh my God,
that
he's
was heroic.
insane.
That sounds like a maniac. Why is he still here?
Hey, the guy wouldn't stop resisting. You have to do what you
Well,
have
to
to
be
do.
fair,
Well,
if that man
can
gets
you resist after?
well, if he gets tased once, that man died. Like the security guard, I watched him shake for about 30 minutes, having the longest seizure after he
Oh,
got
my
shot. It was. I think he almost died.
Oh, that's who it was. Carl Jespers. Yeah, honey, write down the name of Carl Jespers. We'll get him for senior.
Carl,
con
if you're
next
listening, I'm never giving you back your security car because you're a loser. You tried to
Not a
give me
security
tickets.
car?
Well, yeah, I towed it because he tried to give me tickets for stuff because I had a bunch of golf carts stacked in my truck and he didn't like it.
Oh, I remember that day. That was impressive stacking, by the way.
So then I put his security car on top of all the golf carts because I was step on your toe towing. Brought to you by TNC. Brought to you by the Burger Shop. Brought to you by the Yellow Jack. Brought to you by Pallet Brothers Incorporated.
I love particularly the nuance of you putting a pallet between everything. That was impressive.
You got that helps the stability.
No, I get it. Yeah. Attention to detail.
All right, our final question, I think, for today is for everyone. So when you guys remarry, who do you want to walk down the who would walk Margie down the aisle, and who's going to be your best man, Dad?
Oh my God.
Well,
that's a very good question. I don't think we've really put that much thought into it.
Yeah, we were just going to go to a justice of a peace, but
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you know, my best man would be my boys. You definitely, and if Bill happens to get out of his immigration troubles, maybe him.
Oh my God, what if Wyatt walked me down the aisle? That would be so sweet.
That would be good.
That's my boy.
I definitely
love
want
him.
Chuck to be the flower girl, though.
Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah, that should work out. That should work out. Oh, speaking of weddings, we really need to work and get a little Bill date because he's got.
Well, did him and Justin not work out?
Well, he's got Justin and there's Jebediah. They're both still interested, so he's got two on the line. He's really gonna have to make that choice.
Oh my God, my son's a whore.
Oh my
God! It's only 2 people, Lawrence. Calm down. You've definitely done more in your college
I'm
days.
surprised Justin's still interested because that was almost sabotaged down at Bahama Mama's
poor boy,
that night.
honestly.
Boy, you boys were just really making it hard for Justin there.
Okay, you were involved in that.
I think Bill was making it hard for Justin.
I thought I was DJing.
You were outside with us because there was a lot of stuff going on flat at the time.
You were everywhere,
and some other
Lawrence.
stuff.
I was behind a tree.
Yeah, I don't remember half of that night. I pounded a lot of whiskey that night.
Yeah, a lot of people
that was
go
the night
drunk.
that you punched. What was that sweet boy's name? Tristan. Yeah, you punched Tristan that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. By the way, Tristan, I completely apologize about that. You know, I have a little bit of a jealous streak. That's just the bear dog nature.
Bit.
That's not Caden beat me off as well.
Oh yeah, I think so.
You
Yeah.
and Caden, I swear that is a that's just something there, Wilmer.
What?
I mean, are you friends? Are you enemies?
Well,
is he your
yeah.
bully?
Yeah, we beat each other off.
Yeah, just like frenemies do.
Yeah.
Lawrence.
I guess a lot of
Catch up with the
problems can be
times.
solved with a good beating off, I suppose.
Exactly, and you can learn to be the best masturbator around. A baiter of masters.
Now that one, I'm trying to tell you, it's just baiting someone.
But if you're a master at it, then you're masturbating.
Exactly.
Oh boy,
Keep up, sweetheart.
I'm never gonna win this one.
And you never will. All right, folks, that's all the time
sense.
That's all the time we have for today. I want to thank my dad and Margie for joining me out here. As luckily this was on our casting couch of sorts. This was a great time. Well, just congratulations to your finding your love again.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a nice couch, by the way. Is this pleather?
Yes.
Oh, Margie, write this down. We got to get this couch.
Okay. All right, that's 2 notes now. I gotta remember. Anyway, Wilma, thank you for having us.
All right.
We love you, sweetheart.
Yeah,
We're so proud of you.
I love you guys too. Maybe my dad a little more. Maybe I love Bricks as well.
Okay.
Well,
I love you too, buddy.
We'll be right back after these messages. Hey everyone, this is Denny Davidson, and today's episode is brought to you by Weasel News. Why is Weasel News sponsoring this little podcast? Because it's Larry Barry's son who's running it. So this is the best way to promote Weasel News and say, suck it, the Larry. Suck it, the C&T that you put on the internet. It's nothing. I won. Everything about Denny. It's also, my name is Denny. Denny. You hillbillies in the county don't seem to get that, and I assume that's who's listening to this. Denny Davidson, not Donnie, not Danny. Get it right, idiots. Okay, well, I don't think any of that was necessary. I apologize, folks, for anyone who's offended by that. All right, well, back to the show. Hey everyone, welcome on in to the second half of episode 5 of the What Is Going On podcast. It's Killa here with you, and I have Old Man Beardface and Nerdy with us today.
Hello.
It's going to be a good one. People have wanted, you two together made the most sense, since you guys, as we'll get into, it's one of the first questions here. This is how long have you known each other? But we'll start off right about Nerdy of how did you get into OCRP?
I don't know. Old man just told me about it one day. He was doing videos and stuff. He's like, you should watch it. I think you'd like it. And he was the first and for a while the only OCRP streamer, player, actor, whichever you want to call it, that I watched. And applications opened up. I was in a voice chat with like 6 different people the night they opened up, and all I can hear is put it in your application. And I'm just like, okay, and now we're here. And that's short, sweet, and to the point. That's how I got into OC.
Would you call us actors for what we do?
I mean, yeah, thespians. Is that better?
Would you really call Bugs a thespian? Would we really call him that?
Well, he might ban me, so yes.
Hey, what's going on? To be or not to be?
Yeah, exactly. I'd love to see Boat Boy recite some Shakespeare one day.
Please do. But yeah, no, that's how I got into OC.
All right, then the follow-up to that aspect of people is how long have you two known each other? Also, the banter between you seems like you've known each other for a long time, which is why they had the question.
Oh, we did the math the other day. What was it? 6, 7 years?
Nerdy? 6 or 7 years, yeah. It's been a hot minute.
So I was a photographer for a long, long time. Still am, but it's just kind of more of a hobby now. And I'm also a nerd. I think people have figured that out. So
no,
I was actually specializing in cosplay photography for a little while, and I was shooting one cosplayer who booked a session, and if you've ever been in that community before, sometimes cosplays have handlers, and Nerdy just happened to be a handler on that shoot.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, that's how we met. Just kind of befriended and have hung out ever since.
And now he's stuck with me.
Unfortunately.
Oh, ow. Okay.
That's how all friendships work. You just end up stuck with the other person.
Yeah,
No,
kind of.
I thoroughly enjoy Nerdy. It's we have a lot of the same kind of, well, nerdy interest. You got to pick
Oh,
a
yeah.
better name, Nerdy.
No.
But so yeah, when we were sitting around one time, and I think we were just talking on the phone, and I was like, I've always said Larry had he named all of his cars after his ex-wife, Margaret. And I was like, it would be awesome if somebody came in as actually Margie. And you came in, you made that character completely your own, and it's been fun ever since. Like, I love the Larry Margie relationship.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a banter back and forth. I think it's based on the whole, it's 7 years. Like, I know what I can say to you, whether it's
Mhm.
innocuous or not.
And I think it helped Bryce as well, because if you think about it, if we didn't add Margie, Bryce would have remained the
Oh,
only
yeah.
female until Morgan kind of started dating Jerry.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Well, and not only that, I mean, poor Bryce. I mean, she has to babysit, the shenanigans you and Chuck get into, the craziness Larry gets into. So at least there's somebody else to help mother the family as well.
Yeah, Margie
And
gets the
yeah,
help.
and Wyatt kind of gives her a handful too,
Mhm.
I would say, because he gets the energy drinks and the childlike youth energy that he has.
So
Oh, that's when
introduce
he's taking
Grandma
that.
Margie.
It's Granny, thank you.
Because she's old.
Ow. She's only 54.
So you touched on the similar interest, and that was a question from Nemo. Is for all of us, y'all seem to be on a similar wavelength when it comes to your humor. Do you ever censor yourselves because you're streaming?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have found myself. So I actually, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good.
I cuss like a sailor, IRL. Like, F is my favorite word. But I start streaming, and I've noticed it actually takes a lot for me to get to actual cussing while I'm streaming, and it just happens.
Yeah, it's a natural filter. Like working with kids, I have that
Oh, yeah.
already built in. I pretty much that's like that was so easy for me to stream.
Mhm.
And now I kind of look at it like if I'm an hour in and like we get to a point like we're like sometimes we're just driving around in a van. We'll just get to the point where we're saying F you, F this.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just do that for a little bit.
So I have to censor myself sometimes because it's all of those little innuendos that I throw from Larry to Margie. It's all
That are
designed to
terrible.
just get a reaction out of Nerdy. Like, so sometimes I'll amp them up a little bit further if I don't get that reaction. But now you've taken Margie to just hitting me. So
It's so fun.
I think I pushed the boundaries with what I've done with some of the stuff Wilmer's been saying recently. The fingering, the fisting, and the masturbating have really been.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just that side of the line.
Yeah, because I
Hurts.
was really literally discussing people for someone pretending to punch, like doing the punching their fist, someone sticking their middle finger up at them,
Yeah.
and being a master level of being a bather.
Yeah.
What I like about Wilmer is now he's taken to cussing. Like when you throw out
Oh,
the F bomb like crazy, it's hilarious.
oh yeah, I think the other night when I think after a big scene of like Larry at the prison, and someone's like, "Yeah, he's mad at you," and I was like, "Okay, fuck him," and I just got in the car and left.
I've actually ended up with a clip of, well, why don't you suck my balls, Dan? And I'm just like, my God.
Was that Wilmer?
It was Wilmer. Yeah,
Oh God, I don't even remember
yeah, I'll
that.
find it. I'll send it to you. It's great.
There's also a lot of like me and Chuck going back and forth saying "fuck you," and then other people will get involved, and we just start turning on them, going "no, fuck you too."
Yeah.
That just turns into that was a whole car ride back from Pluto once was just that. Yeah, that's I think like we know too, like we don't go. You're not gonna go just ham with those jokes we know like people are streaming, people are recording.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You bury him deep in the middle of like a 4-hour stream. You're okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like 3.5 hours in. You hear fuck.
Or you don't go up to
Oh.
Bugs or Ryan if you know they're recording and
Mhm.
just say, hey, fuck. Because it doesn't.
At least
It doesn't
ideally.
go anywhere. Because I think we use it in the terms of for the moment is right for it. We're not cussing just to cuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of people that come in like that's their like when they're RPing the character out, they're like, okay, I cuss normally, so I'm just gonna cuss every other word. And it's hard to interact with someone in RP if they're just like, what the fuck? Fuck you, fuck this. It's just because
Oh yeah, no.
even though they're not trying to be like maybe they're not even trying to be aggressive at all, it comes across that way.
It definitely does. It's one of those things where you've got to figure out how to maneuver that.
I mean, we're an 18 plus community, but yeah, I got to remember there's kids that
Yeah,
will
there's
still
kids that
this.
watch this.
Like, so even though we're
Well,
18 plus, it's like I'm gonna tailor it
yeah.
back just a little bit.
Oh, I saw a comment on somebody's stream the other night, like, "Oh, I've been watching since I was 12. I'm 22 now." I'm like, "My God, the things you've
Oh.
heard."
Oh my.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. This one's from J Storm.
Hi, J Storm Nerdy here.
It was for all for the, he stole his thing. He's not gonna be happy with that one. Was for the old man, but I think it applies to all of us as well. How often during your normal work days are you thinking about an RP or character arc?
A lot.
Yeah.
But my IRL job, I have a lot of time on the road driving. That's actually where I do a lot of my thinking because what else is there to do? Listen to the same music or podcasts or anything. So a lot of times I'll have my phone keyed up on my notepad with the little voice recorder. And if I just think of something, I make a note in my notepad and then, yeah, I'll just workshop it later in server and talk to people outside of server and see if we can, if it's a good idea at all or what. And we just roll from there.
Yeah. I work a lot with my hands, so like when I'm at work, there's not a lot for me to do other than the same motions back and forth and back and forth, and I have plenty of time to think. So I just sit there and, like, oh, what are we gonna do in OC this weekend? Like, what do I want to do with this character? Where's Margie going? Where's Gia going? I have a whole thing set up for her. Uh, it's almost constant. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, and he goes on with this, like, how much are you just winging it? How much is you have a start and an end? For me, it's more winging it. Like I generally I know in my head where my characters, what they would do, where they would go, and where's like the limit to what they would do.
Hmm.
And there's some natural growth that's shifted. Like Florence has shifted from like just general nuisances to maybe some more annoying nuisances. Now she's criminal
Cool menace.
nuisance.
She has been
Yeah,
escalating.
and actually, yeah, that has been a slow escalation too. But ever since she stole Beard Face's car, it has been like a bigger escalation. Now she's just a car thief. She's
Oh,
it's just her thing. But
Wonderful.
also Harold hasn't been around either. I just haven't had the person to rein me back in yet. And Wilmer, I think, is just about he just goes with the flow of the night where that goes.
Yeah, we need to get him back. NASCAR, knock it off.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
it.
Lil Bill.
I miss him.
Where always Lil Bill?
I miss Billiam.
One day I'll be able, because I have so many characters that are partnered with him.
Mhm.
They're just
Oh, yeah.
sitting right now.
You can't bring out Oi Boy at all.
I could. It's just all he would do is steal cars, get arrested. And
Yeah.
but you lose half that banter because us going back and forth and tizzy tazzies is half the joke.
Oh, just pretend he's there.
One of
Just-
these days, I'm gonna get that out of you. Oh, what the hell is a tizzy
But
tazzy?
it's candy, but not candy. Okay,
Oh.
it's what it is.
Oh boy.
But sweet, but not too sweet.
Oh my God.
Listen, gotta go to Australia. I'll figure it out. For the old man, where did the name Old Man Beardface come from? From Blue Lions.
So, I actually started off. It's a gamer tag for Xbox.
That's yep.
My gamer tag used to be something else, but then when I started playing Sea of Thieves, I don't realize you had to actually do this, but I had to pay to get it to change. Um,
If that changed, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
the first one's free.
yeah. I don't know if I
Either
changed
way,
it or
either
what.
way.
Yeah. But Yeah, so I was playing Sea of Thieves, and I was like, well, I want to name my captain Beardface, just because I have a beard and all that. And then the old man just came on afterwards, just because I've said this before in the other podcast, but like I am middle aged, I'm not old, but I do have a very old man like mentality, like just the get off my lawn, I'm grumpy, type mentality. So I love like embracing that. So it's I just put them together, old man beard face, and luckily nothing was taken. So
Don't let him lie. He's ancient.
not ancient.
That's what we gotta keep telling everyone.
I'm
I
not that
think
old.
You are though.
gamer tags is kind of how I think a lot of
Hmm.
names in the internet sort of form, either be Steam names or because like Xbox will recommend like, oh, this is unavailable. We could give you this, this, or this similar to what you want. And I think names is kind of sprout to that. I've had friends like just took the name the Xbox suggested. Like it was just two random words they put together and they took that and that became their whole internet persona. I was like, oh wow, that's look at you go.
Well, it does work for
Own it.
me because I play a lot of old characters. That's kind of my range.
Yeah.
I can't play the young ones, so being the old man in the server, that works for me.
I played a lot of characters that have died so far. They got two dead. Lived up to the fame of the name. All right. For all of us, from Joseph Dale, what is your most memorable / funniest moment you've had since joining OCRP, either in a random interaction or as part of an extended storyline?
Oh my gosh.
Funniest interaction.
Pizza Polly's up there for like
Oh
funniest
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Pizza Polly.
storyline. I don't know if it's the funniest though, but it definitely was funny in the moment. But I know there's times where I've just broken down like tears of laughter, and it was fairly.
There was one instance where I think Wyatt and I changed clothes into just being in jean shorts and sandals and cowboy hats, just like Chuck.
When you were impersonating Chuck, I've got the picture still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Over in the burger
that's-
shot.
Uh-huh.
Yep, I do remember that. 'Cause I think that was the night I was explaining. I think I was there too, and I was explaining the story of Caden.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and that's probably my funniest. That's probably my most memorable / funniest moment is us in that stupid car
Uh-huh.
and me just jerking it to the left and right, which then me and you repeated a little bit.
I
on
lost
Friday.
it. I lost it Friday.
Oh, I can hear
It
you.
was so funny.
It's like I was like, you are not stealing my thing. This is the wrong car to be stealing right now.
I just the visual of just riding in one full circle for
Yeah, it just stopped jerking me.
like all the wheel.
Well, then I was hitting you. I was like, I'm beating you off with one hand, jerking with the other. Which then I had to go back and explain.
Oh yeah, I just that was. There's just too many moments. It's hard to
Oh,
pinpoint
yeah,
a
there's-
favorite.
I feel like every weekend you always get like 2 or 3 moments of like,
Something. I honestly right now I'm favoring the market research that Margie and Bryce did.
Oh my god, I don't know what you two were doing there. Oh my.
Either that or the drug trip that another one of my characters had with Bryce.
Oh, in the desert with the shaman.
In the desert
the
with the fingers
desert,
and the bushes
yeah.
and the turtles.
Yeah, you
Turtles
guys
were upside down.
lost your damn minds.
Oh, yeah.
there.
You almost made the shaman lose his mind. Like I'm running around trying to babysit you two.
Yeah, you are. It was great.
Yeah, then you tried to hand them back off to me. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do with these two.
She ate more than I told her, Sir
Well,
Wilmer.
you never told her to stop. So
That's yeah. Well, listen, I would think he would assume you have your limits. Like, you know when to stop.
nah.
Well, Bryce goes way out there. Just fair warning.
Trying to think. I think Bugs and I, there's moments where we just try to break each other in our RP. Like Wilmer and Chuck will just slowly keep escalating up what they say to each other until the point like where they're shouting at each other, but it's really just trying to find the breaking point of the other. And I think Mario and Jay do the same thing.
Oh, absolutely. We saw it on Paul's stream when Wilmer and Chuck were in the interrogation room, and Chuck goes in there and just starts yelling at Wilmer, like with the hands and the everything, and I'm just like, oh my god.
He channeled his inner Larry Perry.
Really
with the
did.
hand
He
move.
really did.
He has been using that emote more and more. I love it.
Because he also did it in the mall parking lot with the wine and the whiskey that we got mixed up, and he started yelling at other people, and it was so funny to overhear because all you could hear was, "You guys didn't actually do anything wrong," but he looked so mad.
Oh, actually, that reminds me of a moment from Friday. It was actually really good. Is when the shaman and I are driving back towards everyone on the bridge. I roll us off the bridge.
Oh,
And
that
I just
was.
go, oh no.
We hit bottom and I get ejected, immediately die because I'm notorious. I never put on my seatbelt.
Put on your
Okay.
seatbelt.
You should never know when you're gonna roll over a bridge.
Look, to everybody out there listening, I actually don't like putting on my seatbelt because the yeets are hilarious to me.
Okay, but what is Bug's excuse? The same thing?
Well, I don't know with him, but for me, I crack up all the time when I get yeeted.
I just think he likes getting ejected from the cars. I don't know.
He was ejected on Friday with that race, and he got back in about 5 minutes later. I was like, "Do you have your seatbelt on?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "No, you don't."
I do like there's more and more with everyone we're at the end, there's more and more like cool things happening around town. Like we had the wedding with Helga the other day that was just a small little event, but there was enough interaction there, enough humor there. Like we literally formed a mob at one point because Marcus was getting arrested. It turned into like a whole thing, and it was just a very funny moment. We've had that race was fun because it gave a lot for the police to do. It wasn't too crazy because we weren't like running all over the place. It was a set track. The police figured it out. They set spikes, and we wrecked ourselves. I don't think they had many. That race did not finish. There was about 5 laps, and we were done.
I found out the limits of a Crown Vic.
Yeah, they caught you because you're pushing your car.
Meanwhile, apparently the guy who orchestrated the whole thing died, and his girlfriend showed up later, and that was
I
fun.
think there's spoilers for everyone here listening to this. It might already be out, but Braxton maybe putting out his first video ever because he's working on that.
Braxton.
He's working on that. He's working on that. He had the perspective of that because we're all racing. He saw it all go down at the starting line.
Yeah.
Just people dying and a giant wreck.
Yeah, luckily I was in the back, so I was able to avoid that one.
Oh yeah, you kept driving on like 3 wheels though for a little bit.
Oh yeah, no. Larry was mad at Chuck that night. How dare you take my girl, and I'm gonna finish this race.
I made it 1 lap, and then me and Bryce wrecked. We were able to limp behind something to hide from the police, and then we that's where we ended it. I was like, we ain't risking it because if we were driving around super slow, they're just gonna pull us over.
I made it 4, and one cop did not pull me over. I think out of sympathy because I think it was on 1 wheel at that point.
It was sad.
Yeah, it was very sad.
Well, I think some of the cops' reaction was, and Paul even said it in his stream. I was watching back. He said, "We're not worried about last place. We want first." So they didn't want you losers.
For like 4 or 5 laps, first was Chuck until an
then
AI
he got
decided
ejected.
to swerve in front of us, and he straight up just gone.
Yeah, there's just more and more fun stuff popping up in OCRP, and as we add more and more people and get to the point where the server's active longer and longer, because that Friday night it went to like server was still live till like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. It's been going longer and longer.
I have never seen where all the divisions were separated. Like we had LSPD,
that was so cool.
We had Blaine County, we had fire, we had separate dispatchers for all 3.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, this looks like a real life dispatch center. For once, it's fully staffed.
And it still took forever to get the police response time. I joked with that dispatcher afterwards because Wilmer was giving her such a hard time, and I think Ryan also experienced it on his end. So I bet you Anita probably also gave her a hard time. Like, oh, you poor lady. I'm so sorry.
These new dispatchers have not had the pleasure of Anita yet.
No, not yet. They will.
Give it time.
All right. I got what's in this strong with a question for me and the old man. Will you consider recording future series off streams to drive video views?
You want to go first?
I can because I think it's gonna be we can go back and forth because I think we have touched on this. It was this like obviously throughout the whole Wyatt series we would look at like numbers when to put out videos when we were like. Not because we don't want to put them out at the same time, because that's just that
counter. Yeah, it's counterproductive.
But we also saw throughout the whole series as the live streams kept getting farther ahead, and then especially when the series completed, numbers just dropped because everyone had seen the ending.
Right. So with that, I've decided that as far as videos go, the videos that I'm going to put out on my channel are going to be all done outside of streaming, just so that they're fresh. Instead of
Yeah.
trying to dip into the same content that, a lot of people have seen, the live version of. So that's the direction I'm going with. And a lot of it is going to be kind of C&T related around the shows that Larry would make. And if you've seen the stream, Margie will make as well. That's what I'm planning on doing. So yeah, from now on, if you see it in a stream, you won't see it in the video. All the video will be fresh content.
I think you get a mix of good things because you get the VOD still, and most people, I think, most people like going back to the VODs. I found
Oh yeah.
more than like the video themselves because you get not only the RP, but you get the reaction of the person behind it, which I think a lot of people like to see. But for like the stories we tell, we couldn't have ourselves just talking over the whole like mine shaft scene. Like,
Right.
it just wouldn't. It just wouldn't add to it. But I know I'm putting out a video on Tuesday of the wedding of Helga's wedding because I just happened to get on because I took the week off from streaming and everything. I was like, okay, just get on. It's a wedding. That sounds interesting. And it turned into some funny stuff. I was like, okay, there's almost no one on streaming tonight. There's no one's really seen this out here besides I think Glenn was streaming, so the Twitch side saw it.
Yeah, I don't think I was streaming for the Grunch.
No, you were not.
Yeah.
So I think everyone saw that perspectives from you and Bugs initially.
Yeah. So
which then I was like, okay, I knew mine wouldn't do as well because of that, and I think you put stuff out, and like at the end of the day, you're doing it for. It's something we like to do. Like,
yeah,
obviously, you get more gratification if stuff gets higher views, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't. My ultimate goal with the Grunge video was to set up the storyline now of that the Grunge and Smokey are one and the same person, which is where I'm going to take that character in streams.
That's going to be a fun investigation.
Oh yeah, once you figure that out, it's definitely going to open up a lot more, and there's some more avenues we'll explore with that. But
absolutely,
yeah, I think people got to keep in mind we always look at that stuff, even like if it's not our career or anything, it's just a hobby. But you look in the numbers, you look into it, and you try to figure out what's best for growth moving forward.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. I think that's about all the time we got today. I'm keeping it a little short because I gotta edit this when it's a big week of streams. Thank you two for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
That was fun.
Yeah,
it was a fun time. As always, remember, Barry Bugs maybe streaming, maybe not. I don't know. Who knows?
Keep an eye out for it.
And keep an eye out. If he grabs you to throw you off a bridge, just hold him. Just grab him. It works well.
Oh no!
Absolutely hates it. Don't do it.
What have you done?
There's people are finding loopholes with that, but he also figured out he could dance in the car. He could do Thriller while sitting in a car recently.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
And then you get out of the car and you're still doing it.
Top half only.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're always discovering new things in this game. Also, like Chuck's van's roof, you can just stand on. That's something we figured out. Don't know why that's the only view. That's one of the few vehicles you can just stand on perfectly. You can sit with lawn chairs on it. I don't know why.
Oh my!
But yeah, we always got new stuff coming your way, and thank you guys for 5 episodes so far. This thing's really going. Don't know who next week's guest. I want to get Noah on, and I think if I have Noah on, we'll have a special guest with him. I think, but I have to actually.
Let's go.
I have to find him.
Just track him down.
Everyone just tweet at Noah. Everyone go to Noah Lewis Gaming and just comment on his last stream. Just say, "Where are you?" That's today. That's the goal for this stream. Don't bother Bugs about streaming. Go to Noah Lewis Gaming. Be in the description, and just say, "Where are you? When are you coming back? We miss you." Just oh man, he's gonna get like 50 comments and go, what's
yeah.
happening?
What in the world?
All right. Oh, I'm into it. We're out. Have a good. I always say like weekend. It's not weekend for this when it comes out.
Have a good
Just
week.
thank you for listening. Have a good rest of your week. We'll see you for episode 6.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.